What's up, Goth Gamer Nation? It's your boy. Hi, hello. I've invented a new format here so I could share some quick impressions on the demo for SENSCAPE's Asylum, a point-and-click horror adventure game from Augustin Cordes, the creator of a game that I have a lot of love for called Scratches. If you haven't played that one yet and you like atmospheric point-and-click games, then you should definitely check that one out. I made a video about it, but that was like 5 years ago and I'm embarrassed of it, and frankly, it deserves better. So Asylum has been in the works for going on a decade by now. I don't know the specifics of what the darn holdup is, but it has remained high on my list of anticipated games for the entirety of that decade. Sure, it starts with an A, so it kind of has to be at the top, but every time I look at my wish list, I'm like, ooh, someday, baby. And I'm fine waiting. You boys take your time ensuring you've got a great game on your hands. I'll wait as long as it takes, and you keep on teasing me with trailers and screenshots, just edging closer to that day of sweet release. I should write that different. The opening hasn't even started, and I'm already charmed by the presentation. It's already dripping with love for its inspirations, with the bold Hammer-esque title and credits mirroring those of a horror film from the 70s. The aesthetic is great. It's doing a lot of things for me. And it's an ominous introduction. We keep glancing over to the passenger seat, seeing a creepy ghost lady that the protagonist doesn't seem entirely alarmed by, but it feels like a portent of some eerie things to come. Gaining control for the first time was a really good feeling because it felt like I was playing more Scratches, and that excited me to no end. The most immediate difference is the way you move, the way the whole game kind of moves. Not like gameplay-wise, but visually, moving from one area to the next looks like no other adventure game I know of. It moves in a very human way that my brain was having trouble comprehending, because I expected it to behave as though you were moving between 2D images, but it's either some kind of mix of both, or some kind of bizarre act of deviltry I'd rather not dwell on. It looks really neat, is what I'm saying. I think of adventure games as being very static for the most part, but this one feels very alive. There is no voice acting in the demo, but apparently at some point, everything will have voice acting. There was a teaser available some years ago, which was not too dissimilar, but there were some noticeable differences, and that one was fully voiced. And I did appreciate the voice of the protagonist. It is a very almost soothing, like, audiobook narrating voice. I already like the atmosphere, so I would like there to be enough times where you're in the quiet of it all. The characters are well animated, and I like the notebook you use to change topics in conversation. The notebook and the sort of diegetic book that serves as your menu are really well done. I feel like we get a very vague glimpse at some of the ideas the plot is going to play with, but I'm excited to learn anything else. You could probably finish the demo in like 15 minutes or so, but I really took my time looking at everything and admiring all the detail. There's some cute little goofs in there too.
Liking mist.
Political excitement.
You crazy kidder, you.
You were always such a kidder, Steve.
Deranged masturbation.
Deranged, yeah, it's just
There was this janitor's closet that should have been a completely innocuous location, but it was more atmospheric than either Outlast games. In the DVD case, in my brain, that will be the pull quote on the cover. The janitor's closet alone was scarier than the entirety of Outlast. Yeah, just for your consideration, I guess. I'm not sure if this demo is kind of constructed just to get an idea of the mood, or if this is actually how the first bit will be paced, because it seems to escalate really fast.
Whoa! Hey, what's up?
Why was he hot?
He was so fucking hot.
We do one sort of logic-based puzzle, and then it goes right into some intense imagery that is really promising. It's very unsettling, especially when this naked dude runs into the bathroom and closes the door behind you. That's never a situation you want to find yourself in. I like when you don't have the object needed. This guy kind of shrugs his very dirty hand, like, what do you want me to do about it, eh?
Come on.
The lad heavy duty bags.
I can't
Come
do anything
on.
with his measly hand.
Soundtrack is great so far, loving the ghostly piano. There are a few sound effects that are maybe a little too familiar, but in other moments I'd find the sound really impressive, so Maybe some of that is placeholder. Either way, I forgive you. Overall, I'm still very excited to see more of this game. Any criticisms I have are probably about pacing and like design nitpicks.
They hang that up?
But we're in it right now.
Look at all this bad shit about it. Yeah, inmates being tortured. Aw, look, we're in the paper, guys.
But I'm loving where it's going, and I'm sure I will be charmed. Either way, it's a very weirdly satisfying thing. You know, the vibe from a game that I appreciated 14 years ago. I get to feel that again, and it's all cleaned up and got new ideas thrown in. I'm ready to be spooked. I'm ready to solve puzzles. I'm ready.
You know, they said there was like low risk patients, and the two I've seen so far do not seem
Very
like low
high.
risk.
Yeah.
So the demo is available on Steam right now as part of the Steam Game Festival. So go ahead and download it from there if this is the kind of thing you're interested in. And be sure to wishlist it as well. Also, thank you so much to Augustine for letting me take a look at it a little early. I would have gotten this out sooner, but that wouldn't be like me. Those are the actions of a man who has his life together, a man who didn't have a Lunchable for dinner. It's right in the title. You eat 'em for lunch, not dinner.